With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for Philadelphia. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Harris in at the power forward position. And for Toronto, Lowry out there with Green. And the man in the middle, just call him Surge Protector. The premier shot blocker in the NBA, Serge Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, it is bad. It was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep. The Raptors have a lot of young talent already and that they can make improvement with.
On defense, the Raptors. It's a three-point game. Number 21, defended by Ibaka. And the shot is good.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he got open.
Green with the ball. Rebounded by Reddick. And Philadelphia has possession. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. And he said a big factor in this game will be how well they're able to handle Kyle Lowry. He admitted being a fan of his game, saying he's a tough athletic guard who really competes. Defense, rebounding, attack the paint, he'll take it to you. We've got to be ready to match his motor and his aggressiveness. Kevin, are they up to it?
And thank you, Doris. That's good from Simmons.
I think it's fair to say that the top of the Eastern Conference has been getting tougher over the last few seasons. Unfortunately for the Sixers, they've headed the other direction. They've been going south, and part of why they were on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
And here's Green outside. That doesn't go either for Green.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
You got that right. I mean, he'll do it from three-point land or anywhere on the perimeter, really, because he is a deadly shooter. You've got to do a better job defensively.
And back to what you were saying, Clark, about Philadelphia going through a lot of roster changes last year. You're right, in a season where a lot of other teams in the East put it all together. Steve, bad timing for Philadelphia.
Yeah, bad timing. Roster changes and injuries, of course. I mean, the big trade for Bynum looked like it was going to be something that could help them get to the top of the East, but Bynum never played a single game for them. And so it's understandable why Philadelphia struggled.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Boy, there were a bunch of problems for Philadelphia last season, and a lot of them stem from the inability to score. Problems on offense typically make it harder for you to defend effectively, but also make it tougher for you on the road, too.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Clark, to the point you made about the 76ers, scoring was hard enough for them at home. But with 20,000 people booing you and playing on foreign rims, Steve, it got that much tougher for him away from Philadelphia.
Well, let's be honest, Kevin. The whole season went down the drain with Andrew Bynum's injury because the team was going to be built around him. And when you can't throw the ball into the low post and you've given up your athletes on the perimeter, now you have no identity. And I think that was the issue for Philly last year.
Well, a front office shakeup this offseason for the Toronto Sauruses. The Raptors spent big money to attract the executive of the year, and there was definitely some turnover as people were let go, and fresh faces were hired on.
That's good from Harris. You know, with the new leadership here in Toronto, perhaps a change for the better for a team that's only made the playoffs, Steve, 5 times in its 18-year history.
The new general manager is very well respected around the league. He's done a great job in Denver, and now a chance to turn this Toronto franchise around. And remember, Kevin, this is one of the best fan bases in the NBA. These fans love their team. I think this is kind of a sleeping giant here.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Butler with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Toronto grabs the miss.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Here's Green. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Redick with it. Outside Butler. Feeds to Redick. The kick outside to Butler. Harris. Left side Harris. 5 on the clock. Here's Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The drive by Green.
This is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
Well, it was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Harris outside. Passes it to Redick. It's stolen by Green. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Green's got 7.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
The Raptors have been in the rebuilding process for a while now, and even though they still didn't crack the postseason, they were able to do something they haven't done in several years. Win more than they lose here in Toronto.
And here are the 76ers now. Trailing by 4. Butler kicks to Simmons. Redick. Shot to stop the run. That's good. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it might seem like such a small accomplishment, but going back to what you said, Clark, about the Raptors, but they are a young team, and it takes small steps like that to climb up the standings. Steve, you know, this year to year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime or at least once-in-a-generation type player in the draft, you have to do it with smaller steps, and that's what the Raptors are trying to do.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Butler passes to Redick. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
So it's Toronto now. Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Leonard. From deep. No good.
Look at the big man there. He knows how to go up and get that rebound.
Kicks it to Simmons. Pass to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball away. Number 21. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, there's a new ownership group in Philadelphia as of 2011, and this offseason they pulled the trigger and brought in new leadership in the front office. Looks like they're jumping on the analytics bandwagon, hiring the former brain trust of the Houston Rockets.
The first one falls. And back to the Sixers. I guess for the Wall Street ownership group, going mathematical is something they were, Steve, pretty comfortable with.
Well, it's something that a lot of teams are going to now, Kevin. The new owners, a lot of them businessmen, they want to turn to math to try to figure this whole thing out. Bottom line, though, is it's a combination. It's not just stats. It's talent, stats, chemistry, coaching. It's a lot of things that goes into winning.
So he gets them both.
I think it's safe to say, guys, that the Atlantic Division was one of the tougher ones in the East last year, if not all of the NBA, but both New York teams improved and Boston made the playoffs as usual. Philly was able to hold their own, though, even in a down year.
The kick outside to Butler. Number 12. It's good from long range. Raptors trail by 5. Well, Clark, as you said, Philadelphia did remain respectable against the rest of the Atlantic Division, even in a lost season. Steve, they had a 7-9 record for them, and even while they weren't 500, they certainly played better against the Atlantic Division than they did outside the Atlantic.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that is because there's some deep-seated rivalries between teams like Philly and Boston and New York. So even if a team like the Sixers is struggling, their fans are going to bring it on those nights when the rivals come to town.
Here is Lowry after the Sixers pick up 2. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Hey, guys, you know, the Raptors were at the bottom of the Atlantic Division once again this past season, but the silver lining there is that they seem to be improved as a team. The problem is the rest of the division improved right along with them.
Well, the Raptors, the bottom of the Atlantic with a record of 5-11 against the rest of that division. They'll need to do better than that to climb out of the cellar this season.
Well, it's going to take a lot. Raptors won 34 games last year, but they still found themselves struggling to win games in the Atlantic. It is a good division, but they can make improvement. There's plenty of talent there, and I think that's going to be one of the keys this year, how well they play against teams in the Atlantic.
And the 76ers making a change here. Left side Gasol. Looking to end the run. And again, Toronto no up. The 76ers leading by 7. Number 12. And he uses the glass on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
And here are the Raptors now. Here's Powell. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Ennis gets it to go.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now the dish to Powell. Sinks the three-pointer.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 17-5 run here. Dish is to Scott. Ennis, the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
The 76ers leading by 9. Simmons dishes to Scott. Number 51, defended by Gasol. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Good on the shot. Lin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Mark down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And the 76ers making a change here. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Gasol, and there are the Raptors with another bucket. 7 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Into Johnson. Just 3 on the clock. Buries the jump shot. Johnson's got his first points of the game.
I like the way they're working the ball inside, because when you do that, you get higher percentage shot, and typically good things happen.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers on top. They're up by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
The 76ers leading by 7. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Otto Porter comes from a basketball family. He wore his mom's jersey number growing up, then switched to his father's number 35 upon being drafted. And he kept it in the family in one other way. He never played in the AAU system and just worked out against his own family. Tough family, and it's worked out for him, guys.
Yeah, Doris, a versatile defender and a smart role player. He's been a very nice addition. Pass to Gasol. Johnson on him. Number 23. No good on the triple. Philadelphia's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Johnson. Again, Philadelphia.
After a big improvement defensively in 11-12, the Raptors took a step back in that department last year with all the moving parts, young players they added, and gelling that had to be done. You could see why that would have been the case.
So it's Toronto now. 11-point game. They set the pick. Gasol backing down. Outside, Lynn. Just 4 to shoot. Number 3. No good with the triple. Well, we do know young teams struggle with D, as you were talking about, Clark, and the Raptors definitely fell into that category last season. They have some athletic players for sure, and, you know, they could get better this year and beyond, Steve, if they work as a unit. Of course, that'll be the key.
Yeah, they weren't bad by any means last season. I mean, they would end up near the middle or at least bottom third of every big defensive stat. But, you know, they made some strides, and I think this year they have to take that next step, and they've got to continue to build on what they have.
The 76ers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And the Raptors call time here.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
And the Raptors with the ball. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Gasol setting the pick for Lynn. He kicks to Powell. Number 3. And the 3 ball is good.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
The 76ers leading by 11. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. It's Scott on the wing. He's up against Gasol. Scott the pass to Simmons. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. The open shot, Lynn. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Scott. Into Johnson. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Johnson's got 11.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Toronto with the ball. They trail by 11.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And the 76ers call time here. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question.
Right.
I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Like, look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And so here's Toronto. 76ers getting the bucket. Here's Lynn. The rebound by Johnson.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Number 21. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Raptors trail by 16. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Outside, Lynn. Back to Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
The Raptors making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Here's Lynn. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The 76ers leading by 16. He feeds it to Johnson. Fires from 14. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. 13 points in the game.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris is checked in. Raptors trail by 18. Now here's Leonard. The pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 16-7 run. Number 21, defended by Ibaka. And there's the feed to Simmons. Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And that one's good. 15 points in the game.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Feeds it to Leonard. Backing in. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
His presence in the paint gives their offense such a valuable dimension.
First personal foul, team's first. And Philadelphia making a change here. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The free throw drops for Leonard. The 76ers leading by 15. Johnson outside. Left side, Harris. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down. Well, yeah, he had not established position.
You know, I prefer the refs to whistle with a block when in doubt. I thought that was a good call there.
The 76ers making a switch here. Ibaka, this is to Leonard. And again, no good by Toronto. Philadelphia's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Ennis, foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice strong finish. Very nearly a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Lynn. Leonard on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ibaka. Right through the knee for the layup. Ibaka's got his first basket. 1:36 left now here in the second. Johnson outside. Tries to keep it alive. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard, the open look. Again, Toronto.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Passes it to Harris. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Well, I like what he did at the line a season ago, shooting 81%.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
First one falls for him. And Philadelphia making a change here. Good on both. 59 seconds left here in the second. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Raptors trail by 19. Outside, Green. Back to Lowry. He passes to Green. From outside, off the mark. Philadelphia's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. To the middle. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 5 points so far.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest seemed easy.
Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Gasol. Sinks that one from the post. Gasol's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Number 21. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. 76ers lead by 21. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Center in downtown Toronto.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here. Welcome to halftime. So far, it's not even close at Air Canada Center. A great team effort so far by the 76ers. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. Tobias Harris making the most of his minutes. He's been making it look easy filling up the point column. For the Raptors, they haven't been as good early on. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. Leading his team in scoring, Kawhi Leonard. He's up to 9 points and is also sharing the ball, picking up assists as well. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The 76ers leading by 21. Back to Butler. Just his first attempt. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
First to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws.
Free throw, good, Butler. That one misses. The Raptors shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Green. Butler with the block. Now the 76ers on the break. Number 21. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard. And here's Toronto.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Right there.
Back to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Gets it to go. Here's Harris. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Butler on the way. To the paint. Simmons. Shot is no good. Ibaka with some nice D.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Kicks it to Lowry. Back to Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. On the mark with a 15-footer.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this thing around. He's got to take charge. He's got to be aggressive and really look to push here offensively.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Philadelphia leading by 21, and Simmons kicks to Butler. Number 21, and he makes good on the layup. 22 points for him.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Now here is Lowry. He's got 5. That is good. 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
The drive by Green. Gets it to go. Green's got 9 points.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And Reddick kicks to Harris. It is now to Reddick. Number 21. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Toronto calls timeout. Here is Lowry. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Here is Harris. He's got 9. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Butler goes in. Soft touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 20.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Now here's Leonard. 12 points for him. Number 43, guarded by Harris. That is good. He has 6. The 76ers leading by 18. Dishes it to Simmons. Gives him the lead pass. It's stolen by Green. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Leonard. He kicks it to Lowry. Clock at 6. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Reddick's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Here's Leonard. 76ers getting the bucket. He feeds it to Green. 3-pointer. No luck. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
And the 76ers making a change here. And so here's Toronto. Good looking screen by Gasol. Right side Gasol. The shot will not go.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
It's really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Lynn's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 22, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
And the 76ers making a change here. Here's Leonard. He's got 12. From 17 feet out. Cannot hit. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Number 12. Defended by Gasol. Here's Redick. That's good. Redick's got 8.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
And Leonard gets it to go. Here's Simmons. He has 5. There's the pass to Butler. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 15. He was all alone on that one. That's 10 points for Kyle Lowry.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Here's Butler. 7 points in the game. 11 feet away. Again, Philadelphia.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Leonard attacking. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
There's the feed to Simmons. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Ibaka. Number 23. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
The other thing that's been huge for them is their points in the paint. They're getting the ball inside and converting on a regular basis.
The 76ers leading by 17. Harris passes to Simmons. Harris up top. 76ers moving the ball around. 8 feet away. And again, it's Philadelphia.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
And it's Lowry penetrating. No good on the wing 3.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
At the line, the 76ers, number 21, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. The 76ers making a switch here. And so he hits both. Raptors trail by 21. Outside, Green. Feeds it to Gasol. Gasol gets the screen from Green. And here's Reddick. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Philadelphia ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Leonard. Fires from the line. Gets it to go. Leonard's got 10 points in just the second half.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
Harris dishes to Butler. Passes to Reddick. No good. Great D that time from Green. Outside Lowry. Number 43. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
He dishes it to Reddick. He passes it to Simmons. Inside. Number 21. Defended by Ibaka. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
Not sure about that one, guys. That was really deep, especially for him. He's not a great shooter from out there.
Not sure what he was thinking about there.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And Toronto making a change here. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. The 76ers leading by 14. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Beyond the arc. The 76ers again can't hit it. Toronto's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And it's Lowry penetrating. Trying his luck deep. Good! They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Now, Reddick. Outside Butler. They double him with Green. Number 21, defended by Ibaka. A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. 32 points in the game.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And here's Toronto. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Lowry drives in, loses his man off the screen, and lays it up and in. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Butler kicks to Simmons. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Number 3. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. The 76ers leading by 9. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. For the finish. And Green slams it in. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. and they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Philadelphia with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. The Raptors making a switch here.
Kawhi Leonard.
Number 21, defended by Gasol. Simmons passes to Harris. Kicks it to Butler. 76ers moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Number 21. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
At the line, 76ers. Number 21.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lowry with the ball. From deep, Green. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Simmons kicks to Butler. Harris, he's covered by Leonard. Harris outside. The dish to Redick. It's off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Here's Lowry. Outside, Green. Left side, Leonard. And it's blocked by Simmons. But they get it back. Here's Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist in the game. Philadelphia leading by 8. Harris outside. Number 21. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Gasol. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Leonard against Harris. Lowry from outside. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Marc Gasol. The 76ers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Down low, Redick. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And you know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
Outside Lowry. Back to Leonard. Defended by Redick. Leonard dishes to Lowry. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Lowry's got 12 points in just the second half.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Thanks, Doris. And Philadelphia has possession. Ibaka with some nice D. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 20-5 run. Lowry kicks to Leonard. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Harris against Leonard. Makes it off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point 76ers lead.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Philadelphia's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Raptors shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Lowry passes to Leonard. And the basket good. Leonard's got 23 points.
He's really rising to the challenge here, guys, in the fourth quarter. That's 3 for 4 from the field.
Harris up top. Dishes it to Reddick. And right on target. Good. Toronto calls timeout. They're losing by 4. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute 47 left in the game. Lowry drives in. The Raptors rebound. Outside Leonard. Harris on the double team. Leonard kicks to Green. Back to Leonard. Pass to Lowry. Outside Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Reddick dishes to Butler. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know, Clark, you're right. They haven't had a strong day inside. And Kevin, sometimes it just comes down to making the right play at the right time.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
Leonard attacking. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Leonard's got 25 points.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Harris kicks to Simmons. Pass to Reddick. There's the triple, and the shot is good.
Yeah, that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Back to Lowry, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. He kicks it to Green. Fires for 3. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Reddick. Pulls up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. We both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ibaka. Money! And now they trail by just 4. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth.
And they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
That's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And here's Green outside. No luck. Butler goes in. And the miss. So the 76ers win it. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here's our Jordan Player of the Game.